Eagles Wings is an organisation that's dedicated to assisting vulnerable children with the purpose of helping them reach their God-given potential. So that's what we see. We just see that there's kids that are in the streets or in extremely difficult situations, that there's something inside of them that, you know, if only they're given a chance and an opportunity, that they can see it to their fullest. Cycling's been a big part of the organisation in reaching our budget goals, and people that do it are passionate about challenging themselves. And so every couple of years, other than our annual cycling event, we'll have an event which is quite different. So Fixing Poverty as an event is one of those unique events that gets dreamt up by a few people, and before we know it, we start voicing this is what we would like to do, and then it gets a bit of traction, and before we know it, we're riding across Australia on Fixies, which is a bit of a crazy idea, but one that we're now seeing happen as we speak. We're at Fremantle. This is the place that we're actually heading off from, so the ocean's just over there. Not the best weather, it's actually raining, which not really too happy about, but still got to get it done. So I've got probably a 70k stretch until we get to the top of the range, and then big fella Andy takes over from there. He's non-stop all the way to Brisbane. So here we go, it starts now.
G'day Alex.
How you going, Chris? Thanks for having us.
It's an absolute pleasure, my friend. My goodness me, you've definitely game. Riding 4,200 kilometres non-stop from here to Brisbane.
That's exactly right. Yep, we've just left. So the first rider's off, and he's doing the first leg, which is 70 kilometres, and being that there's 4 riders doing it in relay, all the way until Brisbane.
Gee, you can't help but think the person who got the first 70 k's of the riders are really going to be singing for their supper when they're riding up Green Mount Hill, mate. They're sure going to be feeling that.
That's the one, yeah. And in the rain, and at 10 o'clock at night, and it's cold and windy. Oh, it's going to be a tough start.
First ride, it's just after midnight, and so I want to go, but it's freezing. It's about 4 degrees, so we'll see how we go. I've got about 100 k's going to ride from now till hopefully the sun up, and then it's Eloise's turn, so yeah. I'm Andrew Hellinger, one of the members of Challenge for Change, and one of the cyclists here doing this event. My association with Eagles Wings Challenge for Change started about 10 years ago. For a couple of years, Reed and I have been talking about trying to do something big for 2016, and we had a lot of crazy ideas. One of them was to kayak from Sydney to Hobart in the Sydney to Hobart yacht race, but we sort of suck at kayaking, so we didn't do that, and we came across the idea of doing something across the Nullarbor. And so we stumbled across a couple of guys riding Fixies across the Nullarbor, tossed the idea around, and we thought, yep, we're going to do Perth to Brisbane on Fixies.
Oh,
in 3 words.
3 words, it's just pain. Pain, it's the coldness, everything just is, it's 0 degrees apparently, and there's nothing that works. I can barely speak.
I'm Eloise. I'm the token crazy female on our Fixing Poverty ride. I love anything to do with bikes. My husband Leif is on the trip with me. He's our mechanic on the trip, on support crew, And basically him and I, whenever there's bikes, we love it. So we opened our own bike shop about 18 months ago, specialising in servicing and repairs, and it's really nice that we can use our passion to help other people.
So after you guys left me, it turned to ice. I've looked down at my socks and I had ice, all icicles dripping off my socks, and then I went to brake and my brakes were iced shut. So I had to break the ice to brake.
I'm Kelvin Lufandika, coming from Eagles Win, Zambia. I came to know Eagles Win, Zambia 13 years ago when I met Barid in town. The reason why I was in town, I was protecting my sisters from being beaten by other elder children who were found on the street. So we started talking. I started explaining my story to Barid. As I finished, Barid was very interested to know more about me. And then he said, I would like to know more about you. Tell me the directions, so that I can see you tomorrow. Or tell me where you stay so that I can know you. So from there, we met the other day, and Barid told us about the program that he wants to come up with Eagles Wins, that is sponsoring children in Eagles Wins. Yeah. So from there, we got involved in Eagles Wins.
My name is Reed Anderton. About 16 years ago, I decided I wanted to leave Brisbane. When I reached Africa for the first time, it was an experience that I loved. I loved the culture, the people, the adventure that seemed to be in Africa. But then there was this other side of it as well, where there's just poverty, which is in your face and just so different to what you see in Australia. I ended up coming home, and then probably about 18 months later I went back there. At that stage I really had a sense that my life's calling was going to be centred around disadvantaged kids. I really felt that very, very strongly. And so I went back to Africa with a kind of like, I just knew that I would just meet somebody or just be able to get connected in where I could actually live out that calling as such. And that all happened in a pretty amazing way. And from there, Eagles Wings as an organisation has grown, but my heart very much even still to this day is just to do whatever I can to assist kids that are doing it really, really tough. And Eagles Wings has been a great avenue to live out that calling.
At times on the event, it's sometimes you wonder why you are doing it, and the heart of the matter is that I guess all of us are speaking up for people who can't speak for themselves. We've got a great idea and understanding about the people of Zambia, and we believe that what we're doing here is bringing awareness to Eagles Wings.
Woo! Go, Kelvin! Yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Yeah. The last trip, it was fun.
You did well.
Good fun, a bit of tailwind, but it was blustery as well. So you get 2 or 3 minutes tailwind out of probably every 20 minutes of blustery wind. So as soon as you got the tailwind, it was hands down and go for it. And I decided that I'd wave to the cars, just to, some people went a noise, some people waved back. So spread the love, spread the joy.
How's it going?
I'm enjoying this one.
The 90-mile straight?
Yeah, we've got a slight wind behind us. This morning sucked, pushing into a headwind, but tonight's good, so I'm happy.
Awesome. And how many of the miles of the 90-mile straight do you think that you're going to ride?
I've got probably about an hour and 20 left before we hand over to the big fella.
And do you reckon the big fella's going to do an all-nighter?
Oh, he's talking like he is. So I'm not so sure if that's a smart thing to do, but he's pretty keen to do that. He's got good intentions. He wants to save the next rider from riding in the early hours of the morning where it's cold and you're pretty tired. So his intentions are good, but I hope he doesn't damage his body because we're only a quarter way through the journey. Long way to go to Brisbane.
Can you tell me how far you just rode?
I just did a 183, so I started about 8 o'clock. I think it's around about 4 o'clock now. It's pretty cold. Plenty of kangaroos. I'm glad it's done.
Yeah, good job.
Big night.
Awesome.
G'day, I'm Luke Thomas, riding from Perth to Phillip Island in Victoria. And raising money for Beyond Blue. It's been an amazing journey so far, and it's kind of like Africa out here. I haven't seen any other cyclists, so it's cool that there's some coming up.
Yes, this is my first time to Australia, my first time to be on the plane. Yeah, everything that is happening right now is my first experience. Australia is too much different from Zambia. Zambia is very small. Australia is a continent, Zambia is just a city. Australia has got oceans, Zambia has no oceans. It's a landlocked country. So I'm seeing oceans for the first time. I've been so much happy and so excited to see the oceans.
Hey Big A, how many wheat bix do you do?
200! 200 every morning! And then I do bench press!
Format of Fixing Poverty as an event is a 4-person relay team where once we start we don't stop, and so that in itself logistically has had a lot of challenges to try and keep cyclists on the road all the time, day and night, having the support crew go forward, setting up camps where they can, supporting the cyclists. So logistically it's been really, really hard and physically very tiring. Probably most of us cyclists and support crew are only sleeping in cars when they can. It's rare that we actually get to sleep on any form of stretcher bed or anything like that. It's mostly just in the back seat of a car trying to sleep when we can. So physically very draining, mentally very draining, but everyone is, I think, doing a pretty amazing job.
It's hard work. No one's got it easy on this trip. It's just intense. People have to sit up all night. It's just, and then during the day you can't just go and have a sleep because you've got to keep moving. So it doesn't stop. It just doesn't stop.
Yeah, you should have put the bike in the car. This is like, it's not in the brochure.
1%, dude.
What?
1%.
Ree, look at the surface of the road, you idiot! It's like corrugated gravel road.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
You just run into the car?
Yeah. I'm trying to get a picture of him.
Did you just get off your bike?
No, he didn't. He stayed on.
Wow, that's impressive.
How do you feel about being asleep with Andy doing all the hard work?
No, it's good. I like him doing these things. It makes him feel like a man.
Jeff, sit back and laugh.
It was a nervous laugh.
No, we changed gear up. Yeah. We changed them at 7.
Cycling is a way that we can challenge ourselves by setting pretty hard goals to try and achieve and set out and achieve them. And one of the things with the events is that we do like to push ourselves to the limit and to feel some sense of suffering, because we know that the kids that we're assisting suffer on a daily basis, and it's kind of a way that we can somehow identify in our wealth, because we have so much. So it's hard to identify in that regard because we can't be poor and put ourselves in situations that we kind of suffer unnecessarily. But these cycling events, we kind of identify ourselves around. We're going to push ourselves hard. We're going to hurt, but it's only going to be for a little bit. And at the end of the day, we can raise a good amount of money through these events to be able to assist vulnerable children.
Have you gotten wet at all, or is it okay?
Yeah, it hasn't been heavy. Just light shower, blustery wind, so it's mainly just riding to the conditions of the road. Being wet, a bit slippery, and so like at the moment I'm riding on a lean because the wind's coming. I lean into it, it just holds my wheel straight. So today's one of those character building days.
I love to help people, and we certainly encourage that in Sage as well. And as a family, we're about really helping people and making a difference in people's lives. And to be able to do that using my passion of cycling is why I'm here on our Fixing Poverty ride. Being a head of school, education is really important to me for kids, and if I can help kids wherever they are in the world, so in this case Eagle's Wings in Zambia, if I can help kids to get an education to make a better life, then I'll do whatever I can. And if I can do that from riding my bike, well then I reckon I'm the lucky one.
Here's not as bad, but that's what he's saying, is it doesn't have to necessarily rain there, but it's the other corridors of rain and how quickly that water comes down.
So if we get...
Plus all the existing flood damage that's in the area. Yeah, you might have roads that might be ready to get cut now. All it needs is another one. We heard one radio report just said 25 mil, another one said 100 mil. So you got an inch to 4 inches. Well, the other option we were thinking about was whether we try and beat this current front to somewhere. Either we go up to Queensland and go on, or we come up the route that we're going, because we can't change the New South Wales route. So we'd have to punch through Broken Hill, come through to Cobar, and whether you jump on the bike at Cobar or something like that, and continue with the existing route.
In that sense, it would be better to have the weather force us to do something than us go to avoid it, and it may or may not happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, but then we risk being stuck.
Well, you can always say to them, well, all the counts said this, but yeah, you're right. Logic would probably say is you follow Reed's go, and if we get caught at Broken Hill and we can get around it, we can get quickly to Cobar or something and remount.
Go to Broken Hill, make a decision at Broken Hill.
Unfortunately today the weather has put a stop on the event just for today, so we've got to reassess tomorrow and see how we can continue. But you know, when there's storms and wind gusts of 70 or 80 k's an hour, there's not much you can do but stop it. So we've still got a few more days. We can assess tomorrow, and we're going to be starting off again tomorrow. Hopefully the weather is a bit better, a bit nicer to us, and another few days and we'll find ourselves in Brisbane. So we've still got a few days of adventure ahead.
Exactly what are you going to achieve?
Yeah, so the whole big plan is to ultimately raise $40,000 for the school Eagle Wings that's in Zambia. That's the main goal, and then also we're trying to sell as many Artma cycles as we can, because every bike that's sold, $200 of that bike goes towards the Eagle Wings school, but also a bicycle is donated to a schoolgirl in India so that she can also get to school.
Now, when you talk about these Atma cycles, just to give us a picture, exactly what do they look like? So if we're looking out for one, what would they look like?
Yeah, sure. So, yeah, they're single speed bikes, so they're designed to go through the city. But this is the second time they'll be ridden across Australia. First one was last year, so their durability and quality has already been proven, and it's about to get proven even further.
How you feeling?
7.3 average speed. It's like a jet. Wind is following me. Sweet Jesus. Woohoo! Woohoo! Kelvin, you enjoying the bike? Yes, I am. It's like a speedy boat. I am taking this one home.
I've been told that, that the bicycles that we are riding right now has never reached Africa. So I'll be the number one to take it to Africa. So I'm so much excited, yes.
How's the day been today, Sarah?
Yeah, good day. We've had a good start with our rider down the road this morning and got a good tailwind today, so that'll get us home quicker.
Today's been a pretty good day. Obviously yesterday sucked. I went to count it because of the storm. I was pulled off my bike yesterday, which wasn't nice. And so storm come through, so it was a good decision in the end. We had to do a bike uplift and then start off this morning again, and we've just got a pretty cool tailwind which we've had all day.
Yes, this is a long way from Zambia.
Oh, yeah. When do you get on the bike? Next?
Next. Yeah, next one's me. So we've got girls' side of the car tonight and boys' side.
Who's that?
Oh, boys.
Hey.
3 boys.
Girl Island. Girl Island.
I know, and so it's like when they get out to ride, they have to share a seat because this is like girl side. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah. Like the girls have taken over.
What did I just fix? I fixed Big A's cleats, because if we didn't, he would have hurt himself quite bad. So he now has brand new ones to make the trip home to Brisbane. So at least you won't see him falling over the handlebars from that. Kangaroo maybe, something on the road, but not cleats.
Hey, Big A, what's happened?
We're just about to leave, and we had a bit of a look at the back, and that's what we have, a flat tyre.
How far away from Brisbane? Right now, we have 600 kilometers to go.
Are you bloody excited?
I am. I'm going home. Woohoo! I'm taking this one home.
Is it classic?
Woohoo! Classic! See you in Brisbane! Woohoo!
Calvin, how's your ride?
International.
He's a happy boy.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks.
I've come so far. I've come miles and miles from Zambia to Australia, so that I can involve myself. We can raise funds for the disabled children who are living in Zambia, children who have no opportunity to go to school, children who are coming in a very hard background. Yeah, so that's the reason why I've come to ride. What I can just encourage people is to keep on supporting Eagles Wins, so that things in Zambia goes on okay, because we have a lot of children living on the street, and without the help from Eagles Wins, many people right now they wouldn't have made it. For instance, me, without Eagles Wins, I wouldn't have made it so far. I don't even picture myself where I would have been without meeting Marid 13 years ago. So my encouragement is that people they should keep on supporting Eagles Wings, so that the vulnerable children that we have in Zambia, children that are disabled, children who have no parents, they can have an opportunity to get educated, so that at one point of the time they can be like me, they can be dependable and support their families.
We just shared an experience that is probably one of the hardest experiences in our lives, and we're going to be mates forever now, eh?
Yeah,
that's
we
it.
will.
Brothers
For the rest of our lives,
yeah.
huh?
Yep.
We made it.